Coming from CNBC, Microsoft's Nadella criticizes Anthropic's fable for being, quote, editorially controlled. That's right, boys and girls, kitty got claws. Oh, I am just such a happy geek right now. We are finally getting back to the industry. I know, love, have a codependent, passive-aggressive relationship with. This is the world that I understand. Passion, kumbaya, quinoa salad for lunch. I don't know what the hell that is. Sitting there at somebody's desk while I quickly gnaw on a Cliff Bar and guzzle down some piss poor coffee as I try to fix their problem before they come back from lunch. That is something that I understand. So anyways, we are continuing the saga of basically the AI sector imploding and the knives coming out. We are going into a geek version of Mad Max, and I am here for it. So one of the things I've been talking about for a while is I just have not understood what's been going on for the past couple of years, because all of these big technology companies have been nice to each other, right? NVIDIA works with Microsoft, right? Microsoft is working with Google, Anthropic is working with everybody, and they're all just like, we're just one big happy family. And you're like, no, you're not. No, you're horrible, evil, nasty people. Would you please start acting like it again? But here was the issue, right? With the whole artificial intelligence world. Remember, artificial intelligence is a buzzword. It doesn't really mean anything, right? Vector databases, that means something. Neural networks mean something. Mamba versus transformer architecture, that means something. Artificial intelligence is just buzzwords to get normies to hand over all of their money, right? Normies do not even think that they understand what a vector database is, and since they don't understand what a vector database is, they would not feel comfortable investing $1 trillion into vector databases. That would be ridiculous. But artificial intelligence, everybody understands what artificial intelligence is, so all the fucking normies are pulling out their wallets and mortgaging their houses and just shoving all this cash at quote-unquote AI companies. But the problem is, it's a lie. It's a fraud. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's just stupid, not the underlying technology. I love me some semantic search, do not get me wrong. But artificial intelligence, right? It is just a lie. It is a fraud on just a global scale. And so one of the things with all of these technology companies is they haven't been able to go after each other, because here's the thing. If Microsoft had said what OpenAI was doing was stupid, the thing is, what OpenAI is doing and what Anthropic is doing, what Mistral is doing, what Google is doing, what all these companies are doing is basically the same crap. It's really weird. It's all basically built on the same market. It's a weird time period, right? All of this stuff, they basically are selling the exact same product, right? So that's the thing. Is Dario has to be careful about how he's going to be mean to Sam Altman, right? So Dario can be really nasty about Sam Altman because Sam Altman is a CEO. You can denigrate Sam Altman to high hell and back. It doesn't really compromise the technology itself. But Dario has to be careful about denigrating OpenAI, because if Dario is able to land a punch on OpenAI and really show the world what a fraud that company is, then people are going to turn around and be like, well, if OpenAI is a fraud, and you basically are using the exact same tech stack that OpenAI is, doesn't mean that you're a fraud too. Right? That's how it all just gets really, really bad. But the interesting thing is, right, that was fine in the time period where there was just all kinds of money going to artificial intelligence. When everybody agreed AI was the most amazing thing ever, when all kinds of investment money was being dumped into it, when sky was the limit, $28 trillion total addressable markets, TAMs, that seemed low. That's when they could all have their little kumbaya moments. But here's the thing. Investment money is getting pulled back. People are bitching, whining, and complaining about AI data centers. CEOs and executives are realizing there's not actually that much value in this garbage, right? And so now all of a sudden you have all of these companies who have invested lots of money, hundreds of billions of dollars into this insanity, and they realize their world is collapsing. And so at this point in time, now they are starting to go after each other. It's every geek for themselves. Do remember, with both cats and geeks, they don't have loyalty to crap. So anyways, I think this is particularly interesting because Nadella is now going after Anthropic's Fable. You'd use Fable? It is editorially controlled. And to be clear, just kind of think about that for a second, right? Because isn't that what guardrails are? Guardrails are editorial controlling. That's simply what they are, right? We don't want our model to be asked certain questions. When other questions are asked, we want the response to be X, Y, or Z, right? There's a way the model is supposed to, right? There's just a model, how the model works. And they were like, oh, but in certain circumstances, we would like to tweak how the model responds. And that is basically guardrails. So what Nadella is saying here is, hey, Fable 5 has guardrails. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure your piece of models do too. Because I'm pretty sure, especially if you're in the United States right now, every model has guardrails. But at this point in time, right, rats are starting to eat each other. Anyways, go down here and take a look at this. Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella told employees Wednesday that Anthropic's limits on requests that users submit to the startup's high-end Fable AI model don't make sense. Oh, yeah. The way they're doing it doesn't make sense at all. Quote, if you use Fable, when it refuses for any random thing, it just is like, when was the last time you had a creation tool that was so editorially controlled? Nadella told engineers working at Microsoft's Copilot AI software, according to a copy of his remarks that was provided to CNBC, quote, it doesn't make sense. Right? So when you ask Fable 5 for something and the guardrails are there and the guardrails push you onto something else, that doesn't make sense. Huh. Interesting. So Nadella is arguing against guardrails on models. Is that what Nadella is doing here? How far do you want to go with this, Nadella? Have you thought this through? Have you thought this through? Anyways, go down. Nadella's comments come as executives have looked more toward cost-efficient models that don't come from the most well-funded labs, but can handle software development and other tasks inside companies. And so I think this is going to be one of the things that Nadella tries to go after. We're going to start to see more of these quote-unquote AI companies go after. The concept of having more focused models to do more focused things. That, to be clear, might relegate the need for guardrails, right? So one of the problems we have when we get to AGI or any AGI-ish crap that they're trying to push out there is the whole question of why does your car need to be able to replicate CSAM? Why should you be able to ask your car to take a picture of that 3-year-old that's walking across the street and give you CSAM? Man, that's probably not something you want your car to be able to do at all. What if, and I'm just gonna put this out here, what if your car just drives? If that's all it does. What if it's all it does, right? What happens if you go to your microwave? You're like, hey, microwave, I would like a ripoff of the latest Taylor Swift song. And what if your microwave then plays a ripoff of the latest Taylor Swift song? And there's all kinds of copyright, intellectual property, issues around that. When it's a microwave, I just want to be able to go to my microwave and say, look, I've got a 5-pound turkey. I've got people showing up at my apartment in 20 minutes. Cook this motherfucker. Right, that's what I want to say. But right, in the AGI world, the idea is that the model will know everything. It'll be able to drive a car, and it will be able to cook a turkey, and it will be able to give you a brand new Shakespearean sonnet, and it will be able to give you CSAM, and it will be able to copy Taylor Swift's lyrics or whatever else. Right, it causes all these problems. And then when you start having the ability to do all that, then you have to start creating all of these guardrails. And when you start putting these guardrails in, they become very blunt, ugly tools to try to prevent people from doing stupid things, right? So it is kind of an interesting idea here about what if you create models, wait for it, to do a specific task. What if, what if you had a tool? I'm just gonna put this out there. What if you just had a tool that was designed to do a specific task? That's it. It's not supposed to do everything in the world, right? Think about this with drills. I'm not going to go into it, but right now I need to think about drills. It's weird, my life. Anyway, so I've been researching drills. And it's kind of curious. Like there's drills, drill, right? Drills, right? But here's the thing, even with drills, there's different types of drills. There's a normal drill, and that's the normal drill is you do normal drill stuff. And then there's a hammer drill. I love me some hammer drill. Hammer drills are awesome. Hammer drills is where they hammer. So when you're trying to go through stone, really cement, you have to go through cement like when we used to run cable. Right? Basically just goes through a cement block, goes through a brick, that type of, that's called a hammer drill. That's not a normal drill. And there's these things called impact drivers, and impact drivers are kind of like drills, but they're kind of like, they're doing hammer, like hammer drill is hammer this way, when an impact driver hammers this way, right? They're different things. Basically, they look like a gun, you press the trigger, and shit goes around. But one goes around like this, the other goes around like this, the one goes ta 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 ta, right? They're specific tools to do specific jobs. And so it is weird. It is kind of weird in the modern world, right? If you look at basically drills, there are so many types of drills designed to do specific tasks out there. But when you get to the world of technology, there's this idea that AI, AGI, you should have one tool that does everything. It's kind of like when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you really want the biggest Swiss Army knife to ever be made, right? You remember that, like you're 9 years old and your dad gives you a Swiss Army knife. You're like, this is amazing. Like tears come out of your eyes because you're just so happy to have that Swiss Army knife with so many tools in there. And then you get to be older. And you get to be about 25. And then you just get a knife. Because what you realize is all you need is a blade. I need a blade. Whatever you're going to use your blade for. I don't need a magnifying glass. And I don't need tweezers. And I don't need all this other crap. I just need a knife to do a specific task. I think that's where we're getting to in the AI world. Lately, Nadella has argued that companies should be able to cost-effectively develop custom models and draw on internal data without letting it flow out to other entities, such as companies in the business of building models. In a Sunday blog post, he invoked Palantir CEO Alex Karp, who said on CNBC that technical organizations, quote, want to know they own the means of production. And so this is one of the arguments I've been talking about for a while now. Is a whole thing of, do you want to use API calls for everything? Right? There's a use for API calls. When you're doing architecture, use API calls. But do you want to use it for everything? Do you want to use it for your HR? Do you want to use it for your coding? Do you want everything to be going out of your systems, being processed by somebody else, and they're doing whatever the hell else they're doing before you get the response back? That probably doesn't make a lot of sense. And so what Nadella is coming out, and basically what it's saying is Microsoft, again, if you use the Azure platform, right? The idea with Azure platform, infrastructure as a service, right? This isn't an API call, it's infrastructure. It's a little bit different. Anyways, the idea is that you own everything, that they're not doing any collection, they're not doing any training, that you specifically create the specific model that will solve the problems for you at the right resource load and the whole 9 yards. And so I think this is kind of interesting because this is where we start to see the trillion-dollar companies go after each other. And I think this is going to get very, very ugly, very, very, very fast. And I'm there. I'm here for it. I got a box of popcorn upstairs. I got my instant popcorn upstairs. I got my Zevia soda. Hey, I am who I am. I like Zevia. Zevia's good. Got my Zevia. Got my popcorn. I am here to watch the geeks go all Mad Max on each other. So what do you think about this? What do you think about Nadella throwing shade at Anthropic, right? Ooh, editorial control. Do you want that of your AI model, right? What do you think about him throwing shade? Basically at all the API providers, whether it's Anthropic, whether it's OpenAI, or whether it's somebody else, right? Do you actually want to send all of your data to one of those scary API providers? Don't you want to keep it internal to your own systems? Whatever internal to your own systems actually means. Definitions, words. Anyways, what do you think about this? What do you think about this? How nasty is it gonna get before this bubble goes boom And by God, this bubble is going to go boom. Put your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you like these episodes, do remember they are on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts. Link is down below. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, there's a link down there too. With that, see y'all later.